back live once again, and we're continuing along with our faithful Cartographer run of the Long Dark Tales from the Far Territory edition. So, hey there, hi there, ho there, duders and dudettes, welcome back, and a fine welcome to you if you are new to the broadcasts. We are happy to have you along for the ride. Where that ride sees us currently is at the Quonset Garage here in Coastal Highway. And we'll have ourselves a look. See just what we're looking at. So we've got one location already knocked off. That was when we first arrived into the region. But unfortunately, we need to head back over there because we missed a spot. Not a problem. Probably going to be here for quite a few installments. Venture to guess, but probably 3 for all said and done. But with that stated, we've crafted up the rabbit skin hat. Got that covered. We got some backups over here. Got some deer skins, so a little further along we'll be able to make some pants. We've also got some saplings ready to go. We got a decent little start off here, but we're going to definitely add to our little curables right here. As we knocked off 2 wolves right before we got in here, so we're probably going to go and grab their guts and their hide, maybe a little bit of meat. First and foremost, we need to knock off the garage, so we're going to pop outside and do that. Then probably start making our way back to the Crumbling highway exit, because that is another location that we need to knock off. I'm not sure, but I think the cabins that we stopped off at also need to be marked. We'll figure it out as we go along. So, there's the Quonset Garage. Takes care of that. Reason I thought I just heard a bear growling. Slowly look about, because we don't want to get blindsided. That'd be unfortunate. A couple other things we need to do is scout out these cabins, hopefully come across a cooking pot finally, where we can stop dealing with recycled cans. Imagine one of these neighboring cabins will have what we're looking for. And if we can find a skillet as well, that would be cool. Some other items I'm looking forward to finding would be a can of coffee, maybe some tea. We can knock those out and move up our cooking skill. Get what we get and we won't get upset, so search these little cabinets, see what we come across. Absolutely nothing. That sucks. We got a little bit of water. Left some of that behind the garage as well. I think we have like 1.25 gallons on us. Certainly don't need that much. Thus far, though, this cabin here has been kind of a wash. I was kind of expecting a little bit more. What can you do? The more locations we knock off, the closer we find ourselves to finding the items that we're looking for. I like to focus on the positives. We don't need you. Ooh, got the chills. So we'll leave that in the toilet. Ooh, a balaclava. Very nice. Let's see if that's better than the hat we're wearing. Not so much. We'll hang on to that though. And it appears to be that that is about all we're going to find here, so let's keep things moving along. I don't want to linger too long. I'd rather get over to those cabins by the exit before we stop to get ourselves some sleep. We may also want to make a snow shelter, as we have been spending a lot of time indoors. Let's see how that goes. Grab that cabin leader now. Head up the hill here. Check out this one. For two reasons. One, we need to check out the cabin. Secondly, there's usually a deer that frolics about up here. Let's see if we can knock him out. Get ourselves a good supply of food going. The other thing that we need to take into consideration is our daylight. So once the sun goes down, we're not going to be able to do any cartography. Unless, of course, it's a full moon, or we have an aurora. Those would be the exceptions. Still no cooking pot. We got some condensed milk, that's a plus. Kind of the manufactured food items. Condensed milk, peanut butter, and maple syrup are the best for the amount of calories versus the weight of the items. It's always good to find them. Hey, speaking of, we can get some maple syrup and some more cooking oil. I might actually grab that, bring that back over to the garage. We already got one. Actually, no, wait, I think there's two. We brought one from the other cabins. Screw it, I'll take it anyway, whatever. Better to have extra than to not have enough, so. We also got some more Quaker oats right there, but we're gonna leave those behind. Let's pop upstairs, see if we can find any more clothing items. Book. Leave the book behind, we don't really need the added weight. And some more shoes. We can break those down into leather. That's another book. We don't need the spray paint. I don't need that. Certainly don't need that. We got plenty of attire for our head. That is a welcome find. I was kind of hoping we'd come across some climbing socks. And some cargo pants. Look at that. Yeah, those are the better ones. So let's switch these out. And let's see, 45 minutes. Should be able to get that out of the way. As long as it doesn't fail, and it didn't. Oh, what? Did I just repair the other son of a bitch? It's not what I was hoping to do. Oh, whatever. Alright, let's just throw those back on. We'll deal with that in a second. That's ridiculous. Alright, and we are out of daylight. Love Machine. You know you have a theme song, right? This game is very fun. It can be a bit frustrating at times, especially early on as you're learning the game, but oftentimes I find it therapeutic for the ambience and whatnot, but much replay value to it. It's got a lot to explore. The weaponry and whatnot is fun to get a handle on. And just trying to learn the ins and outs can be enjoyable as well. But again, when you're first starting off, it will be frustrating. You will die a lot. A lot of people, I mean, those that enjoy the game, they enjoy it, but those that are just getting used to it, the fact that all your runs are, well, in survival anyway, are permadeath, meaning once you die, everything's lost. Kind of pisses some people off, but I don't know, I'd highly recommend it. If you're on PlayStation Plus, it's free on the extra tier. If not, I think the game's cheap enough. Probably checks in at about $20–30 for the base game. Again, if you've got PlayStation Plus, you can get the free version and purchase the DLC and it'll work with it. But I always recommend to anybody that's just trying it out, get a feel for it, see if you like it first. And then, if you do enjoy it, then move on to the DLC. Because all it really does is, let's see if we can go to the world map. See, this is your base map. This is what you're going to get with a regular game. But if you look over in the left part of your screen, you'll see a location called Broken Railroad. Over there is, well, through there is where the DLC regions would be. Which I don't think it's going to allow me to look at them. But there's the Forsaken Airfield region. Shit, what's the name of the other one? The name escapes me. But there's also those two regions. They're adding a third one, probably within the next couple of months as well. There's a story mode, which currently has 4 episodes. They'll be releasing the 5th episode as well. So there's still more stuff coming out, which for a 10-year-old game, gotta give credit to the makers. So yeah, pop on PlayStation Plus, download it, and give it a whirl. My suggestion would be, there's 4 different difficulty levels. I'd say to start off, just to get your bearings, get your feet wet, start with Voyager difficulty. Because they got you'll get a lot more items in your runs. The weather's not as harsh. The wildlife won't be as difficult to tackle. Because one of the best things that's going to work for you in this game is to have map knowledge, understand like where locations are, places that you can dive into, just get a feel for it. And then once you get comfortable with that, then I would move up to Stalker difficulty, which is what we're playing. There's also Interloper difficulty, which is the highest of difficulties. With that one, there's no guns. The only thing that you have is what you harvest from the land. So you're definitely not going to want to jump into that difficulty first. It's just a recipe for disaster. But I highly recommend the game. I've put in just about 1,100 hours now. So definitely has replayability. But if you're a trophy hunter, this is probably not going to be the game for you. Not that the trophies are difficult, but there are quite a few that are quite extensive. There's one that you have to survive for 500 days. That takes quite a while. This is one place where we're just going to go back inside here. Wait out till the morning. And currently we're working on one of the harder trophies, which is the Faithful Cartographer. We have to go around and mark off the named locations throughout, which if we go in here, you can see that there's 215 of them, and we only have 19 thus far, so gonna be a ways to go. unfortunately, this, the reason it's so difficult is because you have to do it in a single run. It doesn't carry over from your previous runs or whatnot. Otherwise, it would definitely be a lot easier to accomplish. But that's the fun of the game. You just gotta keep on coming back to it. And eventually things will work out for you. Let's see, what do we got? Just about 9 hours till daylight. We need about 8 hours of sleep, so let's head on up to the bed and we'll fast forward time a little bit. Let's see. Should be more than enough. But there's also a lot of realism to the game as well, like temperature translating to like the middle of the day is going to be the warmest part of the day, middle of the night the coldest, and so on and so forth. There's afflictions that you have to worry about, like cabin fever. If you spend more than, I think it's 7 days indoors, you'll start to get the affliction for that. If you come down with it, you aren't allowed to sleep indoors for like 24 hours. Which isn't the end of the world, but it does make for more difficulty. And there's like frostbite, hypothermia. If you eat bad food, you can get food poisoning. Certain types of meats, if you eat too much of it, will give you intestinal parasites. So again, that's where it comes down to just jump into the lower difficulties to start off with, just to get an understanding of how all those things can affect you, how to avoid them, and so on and so forth. But clearly and certainly I would definitely recommend it if it looks interesting. There's not too much of a learning curve. And another thing is a lot of like the key items and stuff, they have like, say, between 3 and 4 different locations where they can spawn, so it's kind of random but kind of not. Once you start playing along, you'll pick up as to like where you can find like the hunting rifles, the revolvers, so on and so forth. But there's also a very big community of it on YouTube, so if you have any questions, you can always just put in a search. I'm sure somebody will have a tutorial or whatnot. I try to explain as I'm going along. Just in case it can be of any help to people that may watch. Let's see, I don't think we need to check off that plane. So let's get back to how we were going about it. We'll go over to the exit and start working our way around. Keep an eye out. I don't see Mr. Bear over by his cave, so he's going to be out frolicking. And the fog appears to be coming in, so I want to try to be quick about this. Again, with what we're trying to accomplish now, we need to have clear visibility, otherwise it won't let us map the areas. So with this fog rolling in, that's going to make things a bit dicey. Hopefully we can accomplish this. See Mr. Bear. That doesn't mean we ain't gonna run into him. Thankfully, we don't have a scent to us, so we won't attract him if he is nearby. Let's until we get the distress pistol or the hunting rifle, I definitely don't want to try to antagonize an attack. Just play it safe, keep our head on a swivel, and hope we don't run into him. I just heard a wolf growl. Thankfully, no bear sighting yet. I'll probably hit that deer up for some meat on the way back. I expected there to be another deer. I thought there was a wolf that had one down when we first came in. It might have despawned. No big deal. We'll be able to find more in our travels. So we got Commuter's Lament. We need to get the exit to Crumbling Highway. Right about here. And now I'll double check to make sure that that took. Alright, so we got 2 Crumbling Highway, we got the garage, we got the Lament, coastal town site. I wonder where the coastal town site was. I remember seeing that pop up on the screen. Either way, we got it, so that works. I don't like this fog. This is not going to be beneficial to us. Definitely need to grab some more sticks for fire. How are we doing on food? Here's we got plenty. I'm going to hold off on this deer. The more fresh meat, guts, and stuff that you have on you, the higher your scent is. Which means the further away the predators can detect your presence. For some reason I wanted to assume... Yeah, waterfront cottage. Oh shit. That's a wolf. Mm-hmm. Hey, buddy, would you like a nice piece of hot lead in your ass? There you go. As we can see, we got the revolver icon, so that was a direct hit. Yep. As I expected with the fog, we're not going to be able to do any surveying right now. I don't want to leave the area without doing so, because it just means we're going to have to come on back again, and I would like to avoid doing that. So let's go see what he was chomping on. Ah, he killed a bonbon. Now that we've taken care of the wolf population, let's go hit up that deer again. Oh shit! Yeah, we're gonna get attacked. And I should not have used the pry bar. Fucking son of a bitch. Would you please? Jeez, yes. Yeah, we're not gonna go for that deer. Let's get our ass inside this cabin yet. And that, my friends, is why you always want to walk around with a weapon in your hand. Just fumbling around looking for one when you desperately need it. Oh, Jesus. Do we have blood loss? We got a sprain rest, but no blood loss. That's good. We can hold off on using a bandage for that. We can just sleep off the sprain rest. And we've already scouted this, so... one thing we could do to pass time, we'll harvest our bun bun. We also need to do some maintenance. We're going to sharpen up our hatchet and clean our gun. Get that going. Drop those so they can get a little bit of progress going. And... I actually meant to clean the gun before I started the stream, but Slammy's got memory issues, so I often tend to forget to do things if I don't do them right away. But the better condition your weapons are in, the more straight they're going to shoot, so it's always beneficial to try to get on top of the cleaning early on. Usually I'll try to, once it gets back down to 80%, try to keep it between 80 and 100. The hatchet's not so much. It doesn't matter where it's at condition-wise. It's just try to avoid letting it get to the yellow state, which is, I believe, under 50%. That way I don't have to worry about it breaking on us, because the last thing you want to do is lose your hatchets and your knives and stuff. I don't... Ooh, why the hell do we have two of these on us? That's stupid. Bring this other one back to the garage because we can use that for our crafting. First and foremost, let's get our meters back up and topped off here. I mean, if worst comes to worst, we can always swing by the fishing huts. Get some food out of there. And another thing that I would suggest is when it comes to your food, if it's above 20%, I wouldn't worry too much about it, but if it gets lower than that, you do risk the chance of getting food poisoning. So a good working strategy is to eat the lower quality stuff first, because the rest of this will keep for a while. Save that. But again, that also depends on the level of difficulty. Excuse me. The level of difficulty that you're playing on. The higher up the difficulty, the more likely the lower quality is going to give you food poisoning. Alright, so I think we're going to duck outside and see if we can map this. And we'll come back in and get our sleep, that we can get our life bar back up. the last thing we want to do is risk getting attacked right now. Probably spell certain death for us. And I would like to avoid that. Oh yeah, much better. Alright. There we go. So we got the waterfront cottages now. I mean, I could also be risky about it. Just make our way over to the island there. I don't think it's a smart idea to do that, though. When have I ever known to do the smart thing? So let's move on. Again, I don't see anything out in the ice, so I think we should be fine. Again, since this is bear country, you definitely want to keep your head on a swivel. It's always a good idea to check over here. Sometimes you'll find arrows, maybe a hatchet by the boat here. Sometimes there's saplings you can cut down up over here. Fortunately, that is not the case today. The other reason why it was kind of foolish for us to head over here is because we got raw rabbit meat on us. It's going to make us smell scrumptious to the wolves. As well as Mr. Bear makes his home right in that cave right there. I think we're safe on running into him. This will bring us to another location that we need to map, which is the Misanthrope's cabin. Knock that out. Head on inside. And as I was going to point out, when you come over here, it's always worthwhile to check the porches. Usually you'll find wood. Sometimes you'll find a hatchet. That is much better than the one we're carrying, so we'll just switch that out. Some progress. Alright, so let's pop on inside, get situated, get our sleep gauge and our condition bar back up to snuff. And we can head on out. Still no damn cooking pot. Every damn house we've come in, we've found oats, though. Ridiculous, because I don't tend to grab those. I would have expected to. Oh, that works. I would have expected to have found a cooking pot by now. Doesn't mean that we're not going to find one eventually. Fresh rabbit, cooked rabbit meat, I mean. Yeah, we got some salt, definitely gonna want to bring that back. Tea. Small condensed milk, very good. And what do we have in here? A simple parka. Pair it up and see how it looks against what we're already wearing. I don't think we're going to take it. No, I take that back. So it weighs a little bit more, and we lose a little bit more of our stamina bar, but definitely increases our temperature protection, so ourselves some sleep. We don't need those. And top off our water. We'll probably grab some more from the toilet. Lovely, lovely toilet water. And that's a score. Stability once we repair them. Just break those down for cloth. And break those down for cloth too. And we got another white shell. I'm just going to leave that there. We don't need too much cloth. Thank you. Thank you. And yes, thank you. Alright, so before we bop on into bed, let's take a look and see what we've made for progress. Coming along. Let's see what else we got. So train unloading is up by the ravine exit to the ravine. So there's two over there. The abandoned mine is the exit to go to Pleasant Valley. The tooth I'm not too sure of. I got no idea what that is. So I'm probably gonna have to look that one up. Silent clearing, also kinda questionable as to where that is. Rockfall, I want to say, is over towards the left side of the region. Rabbit Grove. There's a couple of spots where that could be. Log Swords in the middle of the map. Probably head over there on our way back to the garage. Jackrabbit Island is the next island across from us. Fishing camp, bakery, campground, and abandoned lookout. Alright, so there's a couple of those I'm sure we'll be able to knock off when we wake up. But for now, we definitely need to get some sleep. And we're going to go for 10 hours. And hopefully that will give us back our condition bar. Look at that, full up. Good to go. And now let's take a look at where we're at in the day. We still got some more time to kill before the light's up, so sleep for a little bit longer and now I'm gonna eat that condensed milk. And another reason why the condensed milk is so good is you also get some water out of it as well. Gaming Tamil, hello. How are you on this fine morning or evening? And another thing that we're going to need is a little bit of firewood, because there's going to be a fishing hut in between here and Jackrabbit Island that I'm going to want to stop at to cook up the rabbit meat that we have. Plus any more that we might come across. There should be a couple of rabbits down there. We're also going to need to get some stones because I don't want to waste arrows on them. Aww. I appreciate that. Whether it's genuine or facetious, I definitely appreciate the compliment, buddy. I actually think I'm one of the more boring YouTubers, but I'll take the compliment. That's the joy of life. We're all our own harshest critics. So, and there's some bonbons. We might want to. We are getting very overweight. We can ditch that down the fishing hut. I hail from the wonderful U.S. of A. I am not your customary American. I appreciate the freedoms of the land that I live in, but quite often I disagree with some of the principles. So. But to each his own. I've learned in my many years is you're only accountable for your own doings, so as long as you present yourself decently and respectfully, that's really all that matters. Doink! Sorry, buddy. That was actually a lucky shot, and unfortunately we are way overweight, so we need to go address this right now. As far as that goes, I just feel more comfortable playing this because I'm pretty well adept at it. I've played it for quite a while. We've got well over 1,100 hours now. But I got a few other games that I have been playing in the off time. I think we took just about 2 weeks off. I was playing Roller Drome. That was quite alright. And Nobody Saves the World. Highly, well, I wouldn't say highly recommend it. It's enjoyable. It's not the greatest game ever created, but it's got its charm. And I planned on playing that, but I got too far into the story that I felt like if I had started streaming at that point, it would have been a disservice. But I got a new game plus run I gotta do, so once I get around to that, I'll probably stream that. Another thing I've been hankering for is maybe doing some first-person shooters. You know, let's just drop this rabbit. I want to get this suitcase. And I downloaded one. I think it's Outriders. I've had it for a couple of days. I haven't even fired it up yet. We might do a little bit of that. If not, I was kind of thinking of re-downloading Battlefield 5. Got a lot of enjoyment out of that. But I'm always open to suggestions. Oh, Jesus, no, don't fall. But, again, back to the reason that I tend to stream this more often than not is just, again, it's a game that I can dive on into and easily just pick it up from wherever. But I think once we tackle this Faithful Cartographer trophy, I'm probably going to retire it. So again, it's definitely gone to the well once too often with this game. But at the same time, it's also been one of the more popular games that we've featured on the channel as well, so. Out of all the games we played, Hot Wheels Unleashed and the Batman Arkham series were also pretty popular as well. But Hey, blow it out your box. Oh shit, there's something on my balcony. Is that a bird? I think I got a pigeon just chilling by my fucking sliding door. Hang on a second. Yeah. So not only are all of you watching, I got a pigeon watching the game through the door. That's fucking hilarious. Yep, buddy. I think he's asleep. That's fucking hilarious. I've lived here for 4 years. I don't think I've ever had a bird even land on my, the railing of my balcony. This dude's just chilling right up against the glass of my fucking sliding door. That's hilarious. I hope he's not injured. That'd be a shame. I also don't want to open the door and startle him either. So. Contrary to all the deer, wolves, and bunnies I kill, I actually do appreciate wildlife. Yeah, this is fucking... I wish I could share a picture with you guys. See what I'm talking about here. Right, anyway, let's stop being distracted. Let's get this fire going. Okay, let's try that again. And let's use the torch this time. It's definitely a grievance I have with this game. If you have a lit torch in your hand, it should just automatically use that to start. Why wouldn't you want to use it? And they can't say they haven't had enough time to address that. The game's been out for 10 years. This thing has not moved at all. Hope he didn't fly out of the freaking window. I would have heard it, though. There you go. Alright, so we use the coal. Probably don't need to hang here too long. I'm not going to waste time fishing because our skill isn't high enough. I'll just probably wind up getting nothing out of it. And how's our water doing? Yeah, we're fine on water. I'm very concerned about this fucking pigeon. You're distracting me, sir. I'm trying to focus on the game, man. Alright, let's see. We are not going to go for that suitcase. That's just going to wind up having us fall into the ocean. We will take this tinder plug. And we went through all these. Alright, so moving along. We don't need any more bonbons. We do need to check this body out over here. Sometimes he'll have a revolver by him. Not that we need one, but it's always worthwhile if you do come across them to pick them up and check them for rounds. Sometimes they'll be loaded. And unfortunately, no gun today. God Spartan 117. There is still the glitch where you get level 5 fire starting, and the fire is already started, and he keeps saying, come on, come on. That's been there for a long time. Yep, and that is exactly why I turn off Mackenzie's annoying voice. As you may have noticed, you never hear him saying anything. I get tired of his little ramblings. I wouldn't suggest that to newer players to turn off his voice, because if you do come down with blood loss and you don't pick up on it or see the notification, he'll start crying about it, which will bring it to your attention. But I've been playing long enough that I usually will, every time I get attacked, I'll check and make sure I'm not losing blood. Because we learn from our mistakes here on the channel. Yeah, this fucking pigeon has not moved. Hey, he's gonna make me fall into the ice. Come on. Sweet jeebus. Now, I'll also say, though, if you're gonna keep the character voice on, Astrid is a little bit more agreeable than Mackenzie. Definitely got the bigger set of balls amongst the two of them. It's quite ironic, but... Okay, we got cattail head, we got stick, we don't need any of those. We really don't need any more running shoes. We'll take you. Oh, look at that, we got two of them. Always worthwhile to check the coasts on these kind of regions. You never know what's going to wash up for you. We got a body over here. He's usually got a Polaroid on him. I might grab that. The other thing that I'm not too sure of. I know if you grab a memento cache hint, and it's near a named location, it'll mark the location without having to map it manually. Oh shit. We got wolves. Imagine he's going after the bunnies. But I don't know if the Vista locations work the same. So we might as well check that out. Let's pop on inside here. Have ourselves a look-see. So I would imagine we're going to come across a cooking pot. We don't need that. Sure, I'll take you. Nope, but we got some tea, so that'll help boost up our cooking skill. Another item I'm surprised we haven't found. We don't need that. That's just more weight than we need to be carrying. Is tins of coffee. Usually I've come across like 4 or 5 by this point. We haven't found a 1. Found a couple of pre-mades along the way, but other than that, it's pretty disappointing. Have you been to the Aurora mine? It's here in Coastal Highway. I have to admit, I've never been there on survival, but apparently you can get stuck down there until the next Aurora, and you would be correct about that. I have been down there. I don't recommend it on Interloper. There's really nothing down there of worth. But on Stalker or below, it's definitely worth giving it a shot. Don't stop to sleep. That is definitely a guarantee. And if, like, see how the sun's right there, if the Aurora starts early in the evening, I wouldn't chance going down there if it's getting close to the middle or the top portion, because there's a good chance the Aurora will burn out at that point in time. But the way that I've kind of figured it is, more dominantly, the auroras will start in the middle of the night. So I would wait until you get an aurora. Like if you're chilling oftentimes by the trailer or the log, whatever the fuck it's called, and you do plan on going down there, wait until the aurora just starts. So I would go into that trailer like a couple hours into the night if the aurora hasn't started by that point, and just fast forward an hour at a time. Because it's gonna last. Usually, if it starts in the middle of the night, it'll last till pretty much just about dawn. But it's all about just being on top of what time it is when the aurora started. There have been times where I've had an aurora last the entire night, but more times than not, it's usually 6 of the 12 hours. But again, if you're playing on Interloper, it's not even worth going down there. Stalker, on the other hand, you have a good tendency to find ammunition, maybe some clothing items. I think I've found a hunting rifle down there before. We don't need more water, right? No, we're good on the water. But yeah, no, getting stuck down there. Because again, early on in the runs, I think the auroras are less frequent. But once you get deeper into the run, a lot more times pass, they become more frequent. But you do risk the chance of it being like 2 or 3 days before the next one, and if you don't have enough food and... Well, water's really not an issue, because there is a fire barrel down there you can use. But if you don't have a good abundance of food on you, it's pretty much gonna just kill your run. But again, it's more about the level of difficulty you're playing on as to whether it's worth it going down there or not. Ooh, yeah, we gotta do a lot of inventory maintenance right now. Let's see. It's all our food. Ditch that. Ooh, yeah, no, let's get rid of those. We got 2 of these over at the garage. We can leave those behind. Clothing. Let's take a look at our clothing. There you go. That's definitely an improvement. Ditch that. I'll switch those out. Drop that. We definitely want to do some repairs on you. Ah, you bastard. Fucking pigeon has not moved an inch. I'm concerned for him. We're gonna ditch that too. No, we certainly don't need all of these. Let's try repairing those up. There you go. I don't mind being 10 pounds overweight, that I can deal with. We don't need that on us. Don't need that. Salt we want to keep because we don't have that over at the garage. Everything else we do. Probably don't need all that water, but we'll wear that down as we drink it. So the fur logs we can get rid of. There we go, we're just about leveled out. That's good enough for me. Let's see, we definitely need to get some sleep. But I'm thinking we can probably make our way over to the fishing cabins. That way we can scout that and be able to head on over to a couple other locations. And let's see. Just want to make sure we're not going to be running into predators along the way. Oh yeah, I wanted to get that pole right too. Shit. Drink this coffee. Here's what we'll do. We'll head over here, make sure the coast is clear. We got a wolf. No, it's not a wolf. I don't know what that is on the ocean right there. You should be clear to just scoot right across. So we'll hit that up. Looks like a deer carcass. Leave that behind. Alright, don't disappoint me. Where's the body? Around this rock right here. There he is. Well, hello, sir. Do you have a moment to talk about our Lord and Savior, this flying spaghetti monster? Ta-da! Wahoo! Great Bear isn't what I expected. It's even better. That's why you're dead right now. The locals look at me funny when I tell them my hobby, but I make do. So many ruins to pick through. I found this empty lookout tower near the coast that made for some spooky photos. There we go. Alright. So, hopefully, thanks to that coffee, we should be able to make it to the fishing cabins before our sleep gauge runs out. Close enough to it. I'm kind of tempted to grab some meat off this deer, but I don't want to attract any predators. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. And we didn't reload our gun. Fuck. No, don't use the gun. God damn. We're gonna die. Oh, thank God. That was fucking stupid. Let's reload this gun right quick. Ah, you ruined our shoes, you prick. Sooks. Oh, you were the one, Mr. Pigeon. Sit there and watch me play this game. Should have helped me. And of course, we just left shoes up fucking cab. Wah, 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 wah. This is why you don't want to get complacent when you play this game. Stupid stuff like that could quickly end your run. Any shoes up in this bitch for me? Oh, there you go. That's a plus. Oh, screw you, wolf. Don't you even dare. What about you, sir? Do you have a hunting knife for me? You do! Thank the gods. You can keep that. We definitely locked down on that wolf attack, though. There's no reason we should have survived that. I am not complaining, though. Just making an observation. Alrighty. So I think... there's some more wolves. We don't want to go tussle with them. We don't need any more maple saplings. That could stay there. So I think we need to mark this location off over here. And I think we need to head over there for the broken road. I think we're going to hit this up. Probably get comfortable. Trying to think, when do we come back at like 5:40? Yeah, we might take an intermission. Not decided just yet. I know we'll be taking one soon, but try to space them out. Usually try to go for like an hour and a half at least. Let's see. Don't have a bear around, so might as well knock this out while we have the chance. Go. We'll be heading up there. Definitely made some progress. Let's pop on inside here. Probably get some sleep. Actually, I might as well go through all the cabins before we lay down. That way it'll be easier to find everything. Yeah. See, I'm older. Not that I'm a fan of hers, but I always think of Madonna with Strike a Pose. Or that they were trying to air traffic control some planes. Alright, yeah, we don't want to go to sleep in here. Let's get the other cabins. See, I just find it funny when they die with like a weapon next to them. It's like, dude, you had a chance to survive, man. It's the ones that have like a candy bar on them. It's like, yeah, no, that makes sense that you died. It's always worth to take a look around outside these cabins. Sometimes you'll find a fishing manual. Oftentimes there'll be a hunting knife. Since we found one by the body over there, I didn't expect to see one over here. Oh. So don't let me die at all, man. The last thing you want to do. If anything, I'd die in a pose that would confuse people, kind of like the guy that was whacking off when Mount Vesuvius fucking blew up. The end of the world came, and all he could think to do was pull it out and start going to town on himself. That'll leave your descendants with some questions, I think. Maybe it's a bit off topic, but I like the skeleton decorations that people hang up in, during Halloween and stuff. If they have arms and legs that you can move around, I usually put one hand up by their mouth and one on their crotch. No matter where I am. Yeah. It's a tradition that I've had since junior high school. Never ceases to amuse me. I used to do it in English class every damn day. The teacher would always go, "Who keeps doing this?" Like, I don't know, but you better find them, man. 'Cause this is offensive. By God. There's nothing sacred to these people. You never did figure it out either, that's the point of that. Oh, we got some revolver rounds. What we do. Another fishing line. I don't even know what the sense of that workbench is. I never use it. What's the point of it? There's the one inside the garage that's indoors. I mean, I guess if you have a cabin fever and you desperately need to craft, it's a good option, but... It just seems foolish to me that they'd put it there. Alright. You got some shoes up in here? Replace the ones that I just lost. Plenty of tackle. Go, don't need no more of those. Yeah, we definitely need to get some shoes. Switch those out, break this down. Cedar log. I assume we could probably break this down. So we're gonna need to worry about food soon enough. I was thinking about maybe going out and fishing, but we also need to get our condition bar up, so we're gonna need to sleep for a good duration. Let's top off the meters and go down for 10 hours. What blows my mind is the people paid money to leave the messages on the little rock things. I don't remember how to spell it. The cairns? Most of them I come across, there's no message. Yeah. Some of the notes, too, I've noticed are from contributors. Not all of them, but some of the notes that you come across are from paid backers. That's one thing that I will be completely thankful that they didn't make was a trophy, was to go around and mark all the cairns. I would have just... Hell no. Christ, how many of those are there? I think it tells you in here. Yeah, 165 of them. So that's a plus. And same with the memento caches. Like, if you had to collect all those to get a trophy, I would probably tear my hair out. Quite a few of them, I get to the location, go through everything that's around it, I still can't find the damn things. So, leaves me with a little bit of confusion. Let's go for another 3 hours. Well, like the 500-day trophy, it's doable, but I mean, they probably could have knocked it down to 300 just because it takes a god-awful amount of time to accumulate that many days. There are strategies to make it an easier process, but at the same time, I think I was talking to somebody earlier on in the stream that it would probably take, if you played it straight out, just going day for day, like going around regularly, it could take you upwards to like a month, real time, to accomplish that. But strategies that I employ is usually, well, for when I was doing it, like, good spot to set up is Broken Railroad, the maintenance yard, because you can just chill there. You got plenty of options for food. You got bear, you got moose, you got deer, rabbits, you got everything. And you can usually snipe the wolves from inside, so you don't even have to risk getting attacked. But the outdoor, like, there's an inside and there's an outside, so you don't have to worry about getting cabin fever or anything too. But you can pretty much just set up, cook up a shit ton of water, gather up as much wolf meat, deer meat, and whatnot, so long as you're at cooking level 5 too. But you can just make mountains of food and just fast forward time and knock it out lickety-split. But it takes some doing to get to that ability. Like I said, you want to get your cooking level to the skill of 5. But yeah, I think early on when I started streaming, that was something that I featured. There's another location. The prison up in Blackrock too. You can set up by the workbench outside. And there's the bear that goes inside the prison yard you can take out. You also got the wolves and the bunnies right around there. I think there's also a moose that spawns on the front side of the prison. So once you get a good stockpile of meat and stuff, you can usually blast through some time there too. But it is definitely a daunting process. So I don't like the fact that we have fog right now. That may prove a hindrance, but we need to go over here and knock off location. Hopefully, while avoiding these wolves. Yep, you didn't see nothing. Oh shit! Oh, of course my stamina bar's gone. Oh, we're fucking gone. From the left, from the right. From the window to the wall. God damn it. Fight amongst yourselves. Don't you dare come here. Oh. I'll fill the seamy trousers with some gooey stuff. Jesus Christ. Biting fierce right now, I can feel it. Meet me at my boat tomorrow, early light. Alright, and that works because we're going to be heading back there soon enough. So long as we survive. I don't know if we need to mark this up. Oh, this bear's right outside. How many bullets we get? 28. And this is another thing that annoys me. I wish we could do like a 360 inside the car. That way you could see what's behind you. Gee, that fucking scared the shit out of me too. This pigeon has not moved. He's still just chilling. Let's cozy on up. Sleep for an hour and hope this bear decides to piss off. Oh, good lord. I'm gonna get out on the right side. Just in case he's still chilling. Nope, I don't know where he went. And I don't care to find out either. Alright, let's head over here and get this marked off. Preferably without getting attacked. Sweet Jesus. Sure this is a marked location. Come on, pop up my name. Rockfall, correct. This is a location. Ta-da! Now the question is, I know these are rabbits over here, but I don't know if this is the rabbit grove. For some reason I want to believe it's in a different location. We'll take a look. But on the plus side, now we know we don't have to worry about a bear over by the Quonset. So we got the one that's over by the Misanthrope's cabin, and after we spotted this one over here, we know that there's this one spawned in. Alright, is this the rabbit grove? I don't believe so. We get a prompt on the screen. Oh god. Well, they're heading that direction, so I think we're safe to go up here. Well, he's out and about. We might as well go get the campground. Probably should be grabbing those cattail stalks along the waterway too, but whatever. It is what it is. And I'm pretty sure that's where the bear calls home, right there. Could be wrong. For some reason, I feel like that's where he calls home. So what we're going to do now is work our way up to that memento cache that we saw. Actually, for some reason, I want to say that's where the rabbit grove is. We'll find out shortly. We don't need any more cattail stalks. I know that our tinder's starting to get low, so I figured I'd grab some. We should be close to the campground, so let's get charcoal out. Pretty sure it's right here. And those crows make me believe there's going to be a deer carcass. Probably grab some meat off of that. There we go. Alright, so there's another location marked off. There you are. Got some feathers for us there, buddy? There you go. Alright, hopefully I don't regret taking your meat. So that we're not too sure about. I was watching a video. Hey, hold up. I think it was by Toasty Bits. He was saying it's not confirmed whether there's going to be an NPC or if it's basically going to be like a set location that you have to go to, and there'll be like a note or something left behind. It's also unconfirmed as to whether like you're going to need to provide items to get items or how it's really going to work. But I'm interested to see it. Again, definitely thankful that being a 10-year-old game, they're still adding new stuff to it. Alright, so I don't think this is the Rabbit Grove. So I'm going to have to look that up and figure out where that is. Ah! We did find the Rabbit Grove. Alrighty. Alright, so I think we got more than halfway done with Coastal Highway. Yeah, we'll pop in here, usually get some rounds and maple syrup. Let's see if that's the case today. Alright, look at you. And might as well get the fixins for a fire going. Not gonna light one up just yet, but for when we do get around to making it, we'll be ready. I think we still have 2 pieces of coal on. Oh, actually, no, we should have 4 now. We just picked up 2 off the ice. The other thing I'm also wondering, like, I don't think they've officially released a roadmap as to the remaining stuff that's to be released, but I'm hoping that they're going to add the cougars soon with the next update. And I know we're supposed to get another DLC region, as well as the final episode of the Wintermute story. So I don't know if it's all going to come... shoes. I don't know if it's all going to come as one, or if they're going to spread it out. But I also know they made mention that they're working on a new game as well. I don't think it's going to be a sequel, but I think it's something in the vein of survival. So, I'm definitely cooking. Hopefully within the next month or couple of weeks we'll get some more information as to what's coming out. And I know as soon as we do, I usually follow Zach Nafine. He's pretty on top of stuff, so once they announce it, I'm sure he'll make a video about it. Let's see. Yeah, there's a lot that they could accomplish with this game, or a game similar to it. Zombies, I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't be adverse to it. Huge fan of the zombie genre, but I don't know. That's where I'm like torn. I like the artistic style of this game, where it's kind of simplistic. Kind of has like a Borderlands vibe to it. But I know there's what, Winter Survival Simulator. It's pretty much the same as this, but with more realism, except it's not as isolated. I've only seen videos, so I'm not sure if I want to check that game out. But I don't know how I would feel about it being like hyper realistic. I think that would take away some of the charm that you get with this version of it. Let's see, yeah, we don't want to sleep too long. Let's go for 4 hours. We can work our way up to the ravine exit and go knock off those locations. I think we'll get situated in the trailer there and probably take a little bit of a break. We definitely need to cook up the meat that we got. I don't think we have any. What do we have on us? 2 pieces of meat. Probably not going to go after the buns. We'll leave those behind. Oh, we need to make crampons too. I haven't made those yet. Yeah, we're not going to be able to do that till we get back to the garage, though. Yeah, whatever. It's okay. But I mean, if anything, like, I would like again, they're going to be adding the cougars, so that's another good addition. But I would like some more, like, different types of, like, wildlife and such. Raccoons, maybe owls. We get the ptarmigans, but they're really the only bird that's out there for hunting. Like, they could do like nocturnal animals to add a variety. There's a lot of different things that they could do. And the player base is there for it. I mean, again, it's a 10-year-old game, but it's still got a thriving community, so... It's up in the air as to whether they're gonna leave it where they're at with what they've already announced that they're gonna add, or if they're gonna continue along and keep adding more. I think it would be worthwhile. 'Cause again, that's the other thing with like the artistic style of like the visuals and stuff. Even though it's 10 years old, it doesn't come off as feeling dated. So they could definitely stretch it out for a few more years if they wanted to. True that. That's another thing that I've always made, not grumblings about or complaints or anything, but like, there should be more varieties of like clothing options. Because like the wolf, the only thing that their hides are worth is for the coat. Like they should have other options, like maybe like wolfskin pants. Utilize them for like thermals or something. I mean, there's other options. Because like the rabbits have too, you get the hat and the gloves. And the bear, you have the bearskin coat, but you can also make the bearskin bedroll. Oh shit. You bastard. It's just always bugged me that the wolf only has one clothing option. Everybody else seems to have a couple. Like the deer have the pants and the boots. The mooses get the satchel and the cloak. But that leaves me interested to see what they're going to do with the cougars. Alright, we need to mark this off. Another idea would be to like come up with different types of traps that they could use for like the big game. Like set up like kind of like punji sticks for the bears. Like if you could get them to like run after you, but like set it up so they'll like run into the traps, that would be an idea. That just, again, just means that there's so many other options that they have available to them that they could work on and integrate into the game. So it's just a matter of whether they feel like it's worthwhile to do it or not. I personally feel like it would be. So like I said, the community is still thriving. There's constantly new players coming along. Veteran players are still kicking around with it. So and the company seems very faithful to it. I mean, again, 10 years and they're still kicking out new additions to it. Pretty unheard of when it comes to gaming companies. Chris, if this is Call of Duty, it would be on like the Log Dock 4 by now. Alright, and this is the final location that we're going to mark off. Let's go check on the body over here, see if we get some more feathers. And then we're going to jump on inside that trailer, and we're going to take a small intermission. Probably wrap up around like 7:25. We got another hatchet. How do you like that? We don't really need it, but we can put it inside the trailer. Grab this burdock too. That's some food for us. We'll head inside the trailer. We'll see how many more locations we have left. See how our clothing's holding up. Maybe we need to do some repairs. See, I wouldn't say it's like a cash cow kind of game. Like, I don't think they're making like buku bucks off of it, but they're definitely making something off of it. Because again, like on PlayStation, it's free through PlayStation Plus. So they make a little bit off of Sony for that, for each time like people download it, but they're not getting like full price. But like we're on Steam, they're probably making a killing off of it. I'm not sure about Xbox. Is that another hatchet? Jesus Christ. But then like again, you get players like me. I started playing it on PlayStation Plus, and once you played it long enough, like it's not that it gets boring, but like having the DLC definitely breathed brand new life into the game, giving you more options, more quests, stuff to do. And again, like there's the final episode of Wintermute that's coming. There's still another region that they're gonna unload on us. So there's still more that you can breathe out of it. But like for new players and stuff, I mean, if you come across it like the way I did, you're gonna be, if you enjoy it, which, I mean, it's not for everybody. But if you get into it, then the further along you get, the more apt you're gonna be to purchase the DLC. So they're definitely still making a couple of bucks off of it. Let's see. Take a look at you. Alright, so we only got 5 more to go. Cool beans. Let's see what those are. Then we get the abandoned lookout, that's the ranger tower. Log sort, that's the trailer by the mine. Silent clearing, kind of uncertain about. I think that might be the rope that you climb up near the Quonset Garage. The tooth I'm not sure about. And the abandoned mine is the exit to go to Pleasant Valley, so probably while I'm away, making my coffee and having a smoke, I'll probably look up and see where the Silent Claret and the tooth are, but the other ones shouldn't be too difficult. Thinking we'll probably head to Pleasant Valley as our next region. So what we'll probably do is work our way back down, go to the garage, craft up the deer pants, because all that stuff should be cured by now. And then we'll work our way topside and head towards that exit. Again, take a look at our clothing. That's definitely a trade up that we can break down. Probably want to put those on our feet. And the other thing I need to remember to do is we need to make the crampons when we get back to the garage. So as long as we do that, we should be in good standings. Hopefully, we can knock out the rest of this region and be on our way to Pleasant Valley within the next installment. Joseph, hey sir, have a nice day. Looks like you've got new subs. That's good. Do I? I wish people would have announced that they subscribed. I would have gave them a shout out. But, no, yeah. Thanks for pointing that out, good sir. And as well, you have a nice day as well. Unfortunately, you showed up just as we were about to cut out an intermission. So, but with that stated, that's going to do it for this one. So, for Joseph, for God Spartan, and I'm pretty sure Gaming to Meal and Love Machine have all taken off, but for all y'all swinging by, providing your comments and engagement, and your viewership, much love, much appreciation. For those that subscribe to the channel, thank you for doing so. Again, totally appreciate that. And for anyone that may make it to the sound of my voice in the future, thank you all for watching as well. We will be back. It is currently just about 7:30 a.m. I would imagine we'll likely be back around 8. Probably do the final installment of the day, depending on how I'm feeling. But with that said, that's going to do it for this one. So, this is Slammy signing off. Until next time, peace, y'all.